Welcome to the Spiritual Principles Made Practical podcast. I'm your host, Scott Friedman, and today I'm inspired to record a podcast entitled Greater Alignment. And it's uh, in my life, it looks like there's greater alignment. So much, the I always say there's mind, body, spirit, and the spirit or the essence, the divine spark that we all are, is immutable. It doesn't change. And so if there's alignment, then that means mind and body and have to get on board and align with spirit because spirit isn't changing any. And I've been working at this, for a long time, and I've made progress, right? But now I'm starting to be aware of additional progress that I want to take ownership of, and so I'm sharing it here. And so one of the things that is coming up is that uh, so as I do a couple things that are sort of all tied together. So one is that I'm accepting help and allowing myself to benefit from that help, which is has been a challenge for me for a long, long time. And either because I felt people just didn't get me, or there were just blocks I didn't know what to do with, or that whatever the reason, that alignment just wasn't taking place, and now it seems to be taking place. I have people working with me that seem to understand and appreciate and value what I'm offering, and that are helping me, um, however you want to say it, like from one perspective, integrate that into sort of a more commercial and widely accepted format. And or another way of saying it is that I've focused so much on being conscious of the spiritual aspects of things, the divine spark of things, that is creating greater alignment every time that I do that. So that every time that I meditate, every time that I record a podcast when I'm in the flow, anytime that I, stick to my principles and communicate, what I believe in and who I am, that it's creating a greater alignment with the entire world. Okay. And so, like one of the things that has really been, I would say, sort of just the optimal amount of challenging, right? So it's challenging enough that there's progress, but it's not too challenging that I can't do it, is getting testimonials from people. And the testimonials from people have been really wonderful. And, so far, at least the people that I've asked for reviews or testimonials have all said absolutely and without hesitation, we'll give you 5 stars and stuff. And that's been um, healing and surprising, both in the respect that, I've been going along for a long time thinking that, people don't get me and there's no market for what I have to share and um, the like. And slowly starting to see that, maybe there's some cracks in that dam that maybe part of me is, considering uh, uh, I don't know if giving up is the right word, giving up on the resistance is the right word, but maybe just that the strength of the resistance is weakening. Let's put it that way. As I get, more and more people responding positively to what I have to say, and so um, that's that. And then in the home life, it's like, okay, my wife hasn't been well, and for decades I've been getting the inspiration that the best thing that I can do for her and me and the world and everybody else is to work on myself, and in specific, be more accepting and aligning with that divine spark that I am. And we're all that divine spark, right? That we all have that same divine essence. And and now I'm actually starting to see it flow through to physical reality with her. Like her health is starting to improve, and it's like, wow, and it's like people were, a lot of people were thinking, well, it's only downhill from here, but we didn't feel that way. We felt that there is a way forward, and it's sticking to those guns, if you will, seems to be I'm having an impact that's flowing through to physical expression. So, I mean, there's a long way to go, but I've come a long way. And so, and what I'm doing is working, and if it works, don't fix it. So I'll continue recording these podcasts and meditating and sharing and stuff, and so much of um, more that sharing is that the type of coaching that I offer. I don't know of anybody else offering it at all because it's completely based on being in the flow and trusting the wisdom that comes when I'm in the flow, in a state of being and total acceptance of myself and the universes, And so uh, it's amazing. The last session I had with somebody, I mean, he was just bouncing off the walls, so excited about how deeply and powerfully he was resonating with what was coming through me, and and just excited about it. And he was saying, that this is just what he needed, and just really enthusiastic. And so it was like clearly it was the right message at the right time, delivered the right way with the right people involved. And so it's just another affirmation of how coaching from a state of being is hugely effective and beneficial. And so then it's so my acceptance of that is growing at a level that I'm starting to get some reflection back from people that I can recognize and appreciate. So so there's hope. Because I have to say that, for decades, I felt like nobody really gets me, nobody does and stuff. And just yesterday, I was contacted by someone who'd been a guest on my podcast, and she was putting together her own podcast, and she wanted to start it off with some friendly faces that she knew would be receptive to what she had to share, and so I felt, oh, I was honored to be selected for that role, and we had a great time, and so again, it's that I'm starting to see more and more that um, the reflection of my acceptance and my value coming back to me, and that only happens when there's greater alignment. So I'm happy that there's greater alignment, and I'm going to stick with one of my favorite phrases, which is, "If it works, don't fix it." So as exciting as it is, to get the testimonials and to have people excited to work with me and to be making progress and reaching a wider audience and having a greater impact and reflection and seeing clarity about how to move forward in different ways. That exciting as all that is, and I'm going to continue sort of doing that, still reminding myself of, earlier podcasts that uh, don't stop feeding the goose that's laying the golden eggs, right? So don't stop doing what's the cause of all this benefit, which is daily meditation and aligning and acting on thoughts that have energy that I want more of in my life, that are uplifting, that are exciting, that are happy, that are joyful, that are bright and clear, as opposed to, fear and expect a disappointment of like, nobody, this is never going to amount to anything. Nobody cares. I'm just wasting my time and effort doing this. It's a fool's errand. You'll never reach the people you want to reach, and all those kinds of thoughts, which I got to tell you, they're still there, right? But they're losing steam. I mean, they're being healed through acceptance of being there, and me like going like, yeah, you're there, and I'm going to act on the thoughts that are uplifting and joyful and have, smiles and happiness and, just joy, right? I'm going to act on thoughts that have that. And the other thoughts, yeah, you could be there, but I'm not acting on you. I'm trucking forward. So that's what's working for me, and I'm going to continue to do it. And just seeing that greater alignment that is coming into focus in the physical world is one really giant step of encouragement. I mean, as I've often said, I love it when things work, and this seems to be working. So anyway, it's and the more that we, focus on things in our life, the more they grow. So it makes sense that we should focus on things that are showing up physically that are the product of acting on inspired thought and accept our ability to do that and make that happen. And the more that we accept our ability to do that and make that happen, the better we'll get at it. So I'm going to continue to, look for win-win situations. I recorded a podcast yesterday all about win-win and defining it and stuff and giving examples and that were inspiring. And so that was good. And so, hey, things are moving forward. But I'm happy because the level of acceptance that necessary for them to show up physically seems to be getting achieved more and more. So that's a happy day. I offer thought coaching, right? So, I mean, my coaching is like pretty cool in the respect that, like I said, we come, we're present, and we just allow whatever it flows to flow, and we trust our inner knowing that that is the maximum benefit of us all. And so to participate with that, contact me at scottfriedman40@gmail.com and we'll set it up. It'll be great. And then my books are available on Amazon. You can find links to them on my website, www.thoughtcoachingbyscott.com. So, all right, let's keep trucking. All right, be well.